All right. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to our town hall number 15. Time flies. Uh, I didn't know we had so many town halls already. And, actually, our last town hall was in May, the last week of May. So we actually went 1 month without a town hall. So there's a lot to share today. So good that everyone is here with us. And there is a lot of key updates that's coming up that will be very interesting to existing Explorer holders and utility that will be updated to our Explorer holders. And there's some cool, exciting information that will be dropping today. So good that all of you are here. Otherwise, it's going to be recorded as well, as you've heard just now, and we'll be sharing this on Discord and on Twitter, and you can listen to the recording again. But otherwise, feel free to ask any questions in the AMA chat. At the end of the AMA, we'll circle back to answer those questions. Okay, but otherwise, thanks for joining us. I'll just kick things off so that we have enough time to cover everything and have enough time for the AMA. Cool. So the theme of the town hall, as you can see with the image, is really about survival and thriving in the bear market. Even though it's dry, the market is really not doing well. Doesn't matter how you look at it. Crypto is bad, NFT is of course bad, stock market is bad, and most governments around the world are warning about a recession, right? So, but builders will keep building. The cliche is true. We do see a lot of interest and still bullishness when we speak to VCs who are not over leveraged and who are well positioned. So the core thing about us is just to keep building. And today I'm going to be sharing about what we have done in the past 1 month. So really looking forward to share a lot of key updates. So the key agenda for today is we have sold out our land. We'll be teasing the review. And of course, we'll be sharing the timeline for the land review as well. Layer C updates, we've been working very hard on that product. Pioneer collection and utilities, so that's coming up. And of course, Y2123's very own marketplace and what are the benefits that holders can look out for. Okay, so without further ado, kicking things off with the land sales. So very happy to share that we have sold out. It's a very slow sales and it's something that we've expected. But of course, with the bear market, it went a bit slower than our initial expectations. But nonetheless, it's fine because this gave us a lot of time to add a lot of cool stuff to the land. And right now, I'm going to be sharing details about the land that we have never ever shared before. I think also because we have always been teasing bits and pieces of the land, and also because this is part of a game that we allow our holders to redeem through oxygen tokens. We never really shared the overall land as a whole. So today, for the very first time, I'm going to be sharing this. If you can see my screen, this is the land on the game engine Babylon. So this is as close as it will get to how it will look on OpenSea as well, because on OpenSea we are also using the Babylon game engine. So as with all land NFTs or rather NFTs, they will be randomized. So all these different details that you see, the elephants, the plants, the trees over here, will be randomized. And this is a mix of herbivores and carnivores on the animal level. At the plants level, there is a different types of plants that you can find on the African savanna. And you can see it's also interactive. You can zoom in and zoom out. The waves are what's that word? Dynamic. It's animated. Yeah, animated. And then there's all these eagles flying around as well. And of course, these NFTs are meant to be dynamic NFTs. So, over time, they will evolve and change when we do launch the game. But also, I also want to take this opportunity to highlight that we have paused development on our game server because we do need to focus on layer C, but otherwise, all the lands that have been purchased with Oxygen tokens, this is what you'll get, or at least this is just one example. We have 400 different randomized land NFTs that's unique, and they'll all have a different variations of this. And of course, you can zoom in, you can see there's hippopotamus, there's crocodiles, and all these different cool animals down there, rhinoceros and eagles and all that. So in the future, when the market picks up and we do get interest back on the game, we will continue to build this. But otherwise, full disclaimer, as from the project team, right, we have to pause development on the game server to focus on layer C, and I'll be sharing more about what layer C is and what we have done on that product and how this benefits you as an NFT holder in Y2123. So it's all connected. Okay, but otherwise for the land, this is how it looks. Hope you guys like it. When I see it, it really looks really cool, and all these are details that is actual and realistic on the African savanna as well, down to the different plants and different details. It's all based on what you get on the different types of African savanna. Cool. So yeah, this is what's coming up. I'll be talking about the timeline later, or rather DF will share more about the timeline, but otherwise this is the land teaser. So very good to be able to share it finally. Huge kudos to the team, Sigit, who has been working tirelessly on this. As you can see, there's so many small micro details to work out, the animations, and of course on the technology, the smart contract side. So huge kudos to the tech team as well. This is really an awesome team effort. Okay, and next, some key updates about Layer C. So I'll pass over the time now to Shankar, who will share more about the Layer C updates, and we'll be sharing a cool demo later as well. So Shankar, over to you. Shankar, you there? Can't hear you. Or is it just me?
No, I can't hear Shankar as well.
I think it
Maybe
should
it's-
be setting push to talk.
Yeah, maybe it's the mic. Okay, we give Shankar 1 more minute. If not, I'll take over.
Shankar, maybe you try to drop off and then join again.
Let's see if this works. Yeah, I think it's the input. The input might be wrong. Does it work? Okay, never mind. If not, I'll take over first, and then Shankar, you can just join in when it's when the mic is working again. Okay, so on layer C, happy to share that, as you can see on the slide, happy to share that we are live on mainnet already. So for those who are new to Y2123, I see a few new faces here. And Layer C is a new product spun out from Y2123, and Layer C is meant to be our marketplace solution that powers Y2123's marketplace platform, right? And Layer C will also be used as a product to power a couple of other NFT projects. But Y2123, of course, being built by us, we will be our very first own customer. So happy to share that it's on mainnet. As of now, we have 2 paid customers already. We actually have a third one coming on board soon, and we have 3 to 4 more in the sales funnel. So I think even in the bear market, very happy to share that we still have customers, and these are other NFT project founders who are serious, who are building their community and their project and their brand. At the same time, we are still fundraising. Of course, this is going to be more challenging to raise institutional funding now with the bear market, but we are pushing through and we are still fundraising. That's also why I was in New York and with in Consensus in Austin. So we have met a lot of good VCs there. There's a good interest. So we'll continue to work on that. And for now, happy to share this live demo about Layer C, which will be, as you can see here, a live demo on for Y2123 when we integrate with Layer C. So this is how it looks. Of course, over here on the left-hand side, you can see the benefits that Layer C supports. Okay, so this is powered by Layer C, right? And of course, Y2123 again will be our first customer, and this will be the different benefits. But this is just a sample. Later, I'll touch on DF will touch on more of the benefits that Y2123 holders can expect to see. So this is just a sample. But otherwise, the standard whitelist spots product. So this could be hoodies that you can redeem. And we also support gift cards and tickets, right? So this is entirely on the Polygon network. So that means it's a gasless marketplace. And when Y2123 or in the future other projects, our other customers use Layer C, when they claim these items, it will be gasless. The tokens are still ERC20 tokens. And they will be distributed to the holders through the various staking rewards, which also will be powered by Layer C. And depending on how many tokens or points you have, the holders, which is you, can claim these different benefits, and you'll be able to see this different redemption in your history. Yeah, so this is again a demo site. As you can see, it's fully functional. It's live on mainnet. This is my wallet address over here, and it's powered by the Polygon network, so that it's gasless, and it's integrated with our ERC 721 and 721A NFTs. Yeah, so this is a quick demo of our marketplace product. So the same marketplace will be used by our other customers. The only difference will be the logo, the branding, the colors, and all. So our customers will have an admin panel to upload the different benefits that they want to offer to their community. So it's all dependent on the project founders and what they decide to offer, right? And of course, being the platform company, Layer C, we will explore opportunities to negotiate for special perks and benefits to offer to the Y2123 community. So again, DF will touch on more of this later in the AMA. But otherwise, yeah, this is a quick demo of our working product that is live on mainnet, that's integrated with the different smart contracts that Y2123 has, and for our other customers will be integrated with their various smart contracts. Yeah, so this is again a huge milestone, to expand what we have built our own marketplace for Y2123 into a Layer C, into a product that can scale. It's really a huge testament to the solid tech team that we have, led by Shankar and the other engineers that we have on board. So we have two other engineers that we have on board, Sanket and Marcus. So in the future we'll introduce them. But otherwise, yeah, huge kudos to the tech team for pushing through this within such a short amount of time, and also our UI designer for coming up with such a cool design that is scalable, that is clean and neat, that is easy to navigate. Yeah, so huge kudos to the team. Cool. So again, leave any questions in the chat. We will answer them later. Okay, so going back to the AMA. Okay, so yeah, I'll go on to the next slide. So exciting news. We will be launching the Pioneer NFT collection, right? And the Pioneer NFT collection, if you can see on our website, is a 2,500 supply. So we'll be staking to this. And Pioneer NFTs will have staking rewards as well. So staking rewards here will be 12 oxygen tokens per day per NFT. And the coolest part is the utility is every Pioneer NFT would get a 5% discount per NFT, stackable up to 30% total discount for Layer C. And later on, I'll share about Layer C's price point and what 5% discount means, what it means, and why it's such a cool perk to have as NFT. So we are really pushing the boundaries here for a utility-based NFT token used in a SaaS product, and we are leading the way with our own NFT collection. And of course, again, we always emphasize that we'll never forget our explorers. So we had a discussion with our explorers and our super OGs especially. And I think we have come to a decision to reward our explorer NFT holders with a reserve of 500 Pioneer NFTs, and these can only be redeemed or purchased with Oxygen tokens. And the reason for this is so that we reward the holders who have staked their explorers and continue to give utility to the Oxygen tokens. The Oxygen token price will be confirmed and reviewed later. But otherwise, for those new here who do not have an explorer staked to earn Oxygen tokens, we will have a 2000 NFT supply for sale at point something ETH, right? And the price point will be decided closer to mint date. And the reason for that is, we also want to monitor the price of ETH because again, end of the day, the goal here is to raise funding for Layer C, right? And for Y2123 as a company, as a team, to continue building and to offer rewards and benefits through the marketplace for holders and to continue to build Layer C. And when Layer C grows, the utility and benefits for the Pioneer NFT will grow as well. Yeah, so that's the main reason for launching our NFT collection. And again, this is for a product that is live that has already with paid customers. Yeah, so I'll touch on this in the next slide in more details. So as you can see over here in the top table, this will be the lifetime discount per NFT per year. So starting with Explorer NFTs, again, our Pioneer, our Genesis NFT holders who helped kickstart Y2123, you guys will be getting 10% discount per NFT per year. And this translates to about a $500 discount per year. So that means you can do the math. Currently, the price point for Layer C is a subscription product. We're charging an annual subscription fee, and the price is $5,000 per year and upwards. So $5,000 per year is the starting price, which is about $400 plus per month. But we're charging it on an annual basis. So if you hold Explorer NFT, straight away you get $500 discount per year, again stackable up to 30%. Pioneer NFT is 5%, so that's $250 per year. And if you stack up these different NFTs up to 30%, the total discount that you get is at least $1,500. Yeah, this is in USD. So yeah, quick answer to Pook's question. Okay, and then for daily staking rewards, I think this is very straightforward as well. Explorers currently right now, you guys are getting 24 Oxygen tokens per day, Pioneers 12 per day. Yeah. So again, any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. I'll go on to the next slide. And this is an important slide for everyone to understand, right? Why Layer C? And when we share Layer C with other folks, sometimes there's some confusion or questions, who are your competitors? How is it different to OpenSea? Are you guys like a Shopify? So I think this slides really answers the question very clearly. So just bear with me. It's quite a what's that word here? Table that there's a lot of information. But I think the key information that I want to highlight is over here in the top row. Most players, right, like OpenSea, like Shopify, they do not have loyalty points or tokens distribution engine, which is, if you hold X NFT, how many points or tokens you get. And they also do not have a staking and a smart contract integration, right? So Layer C is building a loyalty rewards platform for Web3 communities. That's really our one-liner, a loyalty rewards platform for Web3 communities, right? So this is where we are really fundamentally different from other platforms like OpenSea, Shopify, and there's a couple of competitors over here as well, right? These players, they're focused primarily on the NFT minting creation space. So obviously OpenSea, everyone knows you can create NFTs and these are your 1155s. But other platforms like Shopify, you can, once you have NFTs, you can create an NFT gated or token gated storefront, but it's not connected to a loyalty points or loyalty tokens distribution engine, right? You go to Shopify, if you have like a BAYC NFT, you get access to buy like a merch or tickets, but it doesn't give you your loyalty rewards to redeem for benefits. So this is where Layer C comes in. So we do have a bit of a market head start here. That's also why we are aggressively raising funds and also selling to other NFT projects, and that's also how we got our early customers. Because really the comparison here, I think most of you here experience in the NFT space, right? Any DGen will know, there's many marketplaces around. Got Jira, Llamaverse, Kaiju Kings, they all have various different versions of a marketplace. But fundamentally, the use case is the same, right? To offer benefits to the holders. But to build such a marketplace for Llamaverse, got Jira, the price point that we understand they are paying for is about $30,000 to $50,000. So the price point that we're charging here is really a very acceptable price point to onboard as many NFT projects as possible, because we believe that the more projects that we onboard, that we help to grow and build their brand and community, the better Web3 grows as a whole, and the more benefits we can bring back to Y2123 holders and to Layer C, right? So it's not about extracting as much value as possible per NFT, per client, per customer, but really growing the ecosystem as a whole, help them grow their community and bring back some of these benefits back to Y2123 and of course Layer C. Yeah, so this is kind of the metrics table that we have. There are a couple of other players who have a storefront that is token gated, but really again, where Layer C stands out as a platform is we have a loyalty points or tokens distribution engine. Yeah, so it really is a loyalty platform for Web3 communities. And we are also seeing interest from Web2 brands coming into Web3 to use Layer C to offer a Web3 driven or NFT driven loyalty program. Cool. So that's the ecosystem slide. Next, I'll pass over to Rudy to share a bit about the Pioneer NFT designs, which is again another one of the favorite things that we like to do. So Rudy, your
Okay.
microphone working? Okay,
Yep,
cool.
working. Okay, yeah,
Over to you.
this is the sample Pioneer Pioneer NFT. So the gear we use is all gears we have. Now we have some cloth, like a cloth mask, and even the armor is have cloth now. Before that, in Explalo, we don't have like cloth mask and cloth armor like that. We maybe have some jacket like that, but the mask is only like using the like mechanical mask. So now we have more combination. Even we have some Benny, right? Some Benny, not all helmet. We have Benny and cap in the utility for citizen scientists. In the background, this is the special one. In the Pioneer background, we have animated background right now. So you can see in the first one is like aurora things, and the second one is a desert with a sandstorm, and the third one is solar city, or like a solar punk city, whatever is it. It's a very cool stuff, like high tech. Every background animated is using have some high tech there. In the aurora, maybe I put in some like a cam, maybe explorer cam or like a futility cam. In the desert, I put some like antenna there, like radar things in the circling around. And for the third one, I put some flying car there. So it's more futuristic because the Y220 is 100 years from now, something like that. Yeah, many more background in the Pioneer sector. Maybe some swam, maybe some another city. Yeah, many things. It's cool for Pioneer NFT. I think that's all for me.
Cool. Thanks, Rudy. Yeah, so this is just a small sample. I shared a link to some of the older teasers as well. So those older teasers are also Pioneer NFT collection. So again, the cool thing here is the animated backgrounds. And yeah, they look really, really nice. At least to me. Hope you guys also agree. Okay, so thanks really. Next, I'll pass over the time to DF, who will be sharing more about the Y2123 marketplace benefits. DF, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Keith. Can you move to the next slide, please? All right. So now we get back to the marketplace for our Y2123 community. So as you may have heard many times, we mentioned this marketplace. We will offer like exclusive utilities to our Explorer holders and our future holders for the next collection as well. So as you can see on the screen, we have the standard utility benefits on the marketplace like Wallet Spots, and we will give out one-of-one NFT on Layer C on Y2123 marketplace as well. As you know, last time we usually have raffle on Twitter or in Discord, but from Layer C establishment, we would use Layer C as a tool to make it more fair and also can really reward our loyal members instead of just bare luck. Yeah, and some other benefits that is not too typical and quite special for the community is something we can call it office hour or consultation sessions with our core team. So that includes our founders, Keith and Shankar, or even sessions with community lead myself, DF, or our artist design support from Rudy as well. It can even be a consultation session with our mentors, or we can give our consultation for some startups that within our community on Google Cloud or AWS credits. Other than that, we will have so many other things coming. It's up to our agreement and discussion with other projects that also coming on board on Layer C. We can also offer like cross collabs with them. They can offer Y2123 community their utilities and vice versa. Y2123 can also offer our benefits to their community. So yeah, it's very promising on this front, and I'm also very excited to see what else we are bringing to the table. So maybe next slide, we will look at the roadmap, what's about the timeline for all these coming together. So now we are in July. And as we have mentioned, we will launch the Layer C marketplace in July. And together with that, we will also have our land reveal in July as well. And it will happen maybe around late July. I know that last time we mentioned that the land reveal will happen during like the first few weeks of July, but we need to push it back a bit because of the dev team is working on both the land review and launching the marketplace. So yeah, we just hope that everything will go smoothly and we successfully launch both of them within July this month. And after that, the next milestone will be launching our next collection, which is Pioneers Collection, in early August. And as you can see, we noted here that the Pioneers Collection can be bought with ETH and also Oxygen token for Explorers holders. Keith, do you want to elaborate more on this point, maybe?
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so yeah, Pioneers Collection will be both available through Oxygen tokens or ETH. Yeah, as we mentioned just now. So the price we will confirm later, but otherwise 500 Pioneers will be reserved to be purchased with Oxygen tokens only. And then the remaining 2,000 will be for purchase with ETH. So the total supply for Pioneers will be 2,005. And of course, the next one after that will be Settlers, which we will talk about in the future. Oh, I realize there's an error on the top right. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, so I also want to highlight one point that DF mentioned. So, we do have to push this marketplace launch and land review launch back a bit because, again, for us now as a project team, I think the success and I would even go as far as to say the survival, right, of the company really is very tied to Layer C, right? Because now Layer C is a product that is paying customers, and I think this is something that has a huge potential to scale and grow. So we do have to double down on Layer C and deliver Layer C to our those paid customers first. That is something that we have committed to. And then the land review, as what we've shared just now, done. But to review the land, we also need to incorporate this, push the files to the IPFS and all these different stuff. So that will take a bit of time. And for our marketplace to move from our existing marketplace to the new marketplace on Y2123 requires additional technical effort as well. So this will take some time. So we can't do this as quickly because we do already have an existing marketplace. To migrate over takes some effort. So again, we'll double down on launching Layer C for our paid customers and then move over Y21 marketplace to Layer C at a later date. So the target timeline is roughly this. If there's any updates or delay, we'll let everyone know. Just need to seek everyone's understanding, and an open and transparent call out here is we will have to double down on delivering Layer C for our paid customers, because that's really how we bring back the benefits to Y2123 and tie in these different benefits to the Pioneer NFT collection. Yep. Cool. I think that's all. Do you have anything else you want to add on?
Nope, I think that's all from me. You can take it from now. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, dear. Okay, so next, why is this not working? Oh yeah, some updates from my trip to Consensus and NFT New York. So maybe I can just play this video while I share. So overall, I think it was a really good trip. As you can see here, this is one of the events taken at NFT New York, this video. And it was towards the tail end of the event, that's why it was quite quiet. But we managed to secure and display our Y2123 NFTs as well as Layer C on both sides of the wall. So as you can see here, we are sharing about Layer C. So yeah, it was really good, and you can see that I'm wearing a Layer C. So on the top, I was doing an interview with NFT Southeast Asia, where there was a Southeast Asian contingent up in New York, and that we had some basketball from NBA down as well. The goal there was to share about projects from Southeast Asia and shine a spotlight on the projects scaling globally, right? Working on blockchain and NFTs. And on the bottom left, you can see that that's Nas Daily, for those of you who do not know that guy. So he's a very prominent content creator, influencer. So there was a Nas Daily meetup in New York. So managed to meet him there, and of course many other cool founders building cool products there as well. And on the bottom right is the Atomo team. So actually the Atomo team is one of our first 2 customers using Layer C. So also they had a party in New York, and I went down to meet them, say hi, and of course met a bunch of other NFT projects as well. So as we get more projects on board, I'll be sharing more. But otherwise, this is just a short summary of the trip to Consensus and NFT New York. So it was a really fruitful trip, really tiring. It was a very, very long trip. I think I spent about 3 weeks there, but really very successful in meeting investors, many other NFT projects. So yeah, at some point, now that the countries are all opened up after COVID, and when we do have that resources available, we would love to organize meetups for Y2123 holders as well. And I think there's really a lot of interesting things when people meet in real life, and I experienced these firsthand in New York. So yeah, really looking forward to do this again very soon for Y2123. We have said this multiple times before, and I just want to apologize on behalf of the team that we are always very constrained with resources, because we're really investing a lot of all this remaining budget that we have into building the product that is Layer C. But when we do raise funds, when we have resources available, we will definitely look into this for Y2123 holders around the world. Yeah. So next slide. Yeah, so next slide. Just a short blurb that I will be at Meta Jam this weekend. So actually Layer C Y2123, we have a jam courtesy of Clayton because we are part of the Launchpad and Clayton is a leading sponsor for Meta Jam in Singapore. So this weekend I will be sharing on Saturday, I'll be sharing a Meta Jam in Singapore about Layer C, and the topic is building loyalty in Web3, right? How brands can leverage utility-based NFTs to build loyalty, ownership, and community. And this is just an example for some of the benefits. So yeah, this is just a short blurb there. And of course, every time I have a chance to highlight Y2123's artwork, I will do it. So yeah, if any of you here are in Singapore, keen to learn more about what Layer C is doing and how brands are using NFTs to introduce loyalty programs, do come down. It's just a 30-minute session, and I'll be speaking at a 3 p.m. slot. So for anyone interested, I will share this information in the announcements as a summary of our AMA. So last but not least, this is the last slide in the AMA before we break for Q&A. Don't forget that we have a Layer C referral program. So for every successful sale that we close from your intros, you will get a USDC $200 referral fee. So to refer a project to Layer C is actually pretty simple. If you know of any projects, number one, if you know of any projects, just reach out to them. And if they are interested, simply create a group DM on Discord, right? And then, of course, include me in there as well. And then I will take over the sales. Once the sales is done, everything will be in the group DM where I'll send over the invoice, certain payment. Everything is transparent. All payments to Layer C are on USDC to our Layer C wallet, right? And once we receive the payment from the client, we will then transfer this referral commission to you in USDC. So everything is very transparent. It's all, you can see in our wallet on the blockchain. Once we get a commission, we'll transfer this to you and everything will be within the group DM. So you are also updated. So again, if you know of any projects, serious founders building, they don't even have to have NFTs minted, right? We actually have one potential customers who are looking to use Layer C and they have not minted their NFTs yet, but they want to use Layer C to show that, they have utility, they have a roadmap planned out even before launching the NFTs. And I think in the bear market, this is really what helps teams and projects stand out from the other stuff that's going on out there. I know now it's all about the free mint, no roadmap, no utility and stuff, but I think there are still serious projects and founders who are building companies, building products, building brands with a roadmap. So that's where Layer C comes in. Cool. So that's the last slide. We are now in Q&A. So of course, Q&A, this is also one of the backgrounds for our Pioneer NFT collection. So yeah, we are now in Q&A. I can go through the questions. So if I miss out anything, DF?
Yes, I think I can help you with going through the questions in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's start with the first question from Pokey. First question: target demographic segment of the gift card. I think he's referring to the gift card on the Layer C marketplace for Y2123.
Yeah, great question. So for gift card, it will be global as much as possible. So we're working with partners to support gift cards in different countries around the world. So it wouldn't be just focused on, for example, Singapore or South. Yeah, so this will take a bit of a time to finalize that partner, but if we do have gift card partner, that will be global. Yeah, hope that answers your question.
Okay. We can move to the second one from Lenny. Yes. How did the name Layer C come up?
Good question. So Layer C is actually short for layer commerce. So I think everybody knows, blockchain Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all these many other chains like Clayton, they're all layer one. And then there's also layer two, which is your Polygon and all that. So layer C is actually stands for layer commerce, layer communication community. So, I think it's really trying to say that we want to be the blockchain layer for these different use cases: commerce, communication, and utility. So I think at a very high level, you can also what is the next big feature that we will be building on layer C really, and that's communication, that's chat, right? Discord is very dysfunctional. It's not meant for blockchain projects. So many people have got phishing links, scam. But what is the alternative? There's no real alternative there. Maybe it's layer C, maybe it's not. But at the very least, I think layer C needs a chat module for customer support, right, between the project founders and the community who's redeeming benefits. But I think there's so much more that we can expand into once we have a chat functionality and a chat feature. So chat and communication is the next big thing for layer C, and there's a bunch of other stuff that we'll be looking into as well. So yeah, that's what layer C means, or rather that's what the C means. And yes, USDC as well. Cool. Yeah. Any other questions? I'm seeing DF maybe need help to.
Those are the questions that dropped in the chat so far. Maybe
Okay.
yeah, I see they're typing, so maybe more questions coming.
Okay, cool. When's next in real life meetup? Yeah, so can't really put a date to this, but if you are based in Singapore, we can definitely do something that's so it's more straightforward. We can definitely meet up in either Meta Jam or organize a small meetup somewhere. Actually, there's a blockchain week coming up in Singapore. So I will also be speaking at one of the events as a panel speaker. I might be speaking at Meta Jam as a panel speaker as well, but that's to be confirmed. But yeah, right now it's Meta Jam this weekend. And if you're in Singapore, of course. And yeah, so this slide and Blockchain Week. Yes, Meta Jam Summit. Yeah, and if you are based in KL, Tahiti Crypto, we have some folks in KL as well. Shankar, Sanket, and a couple of others are based in KL. Oh, Taiwan, okay. So yeah, we'd love to organize something around the world with different folks, but yeah, I think we do need to navigate this bear market. Once we do, we'll definitely look into having some kind of a in real life meetup in different places around the world. Great question from Lenny. How are you guys continuing to build, especially during this bear market? So, I think continuing to build is yeah, there are many ways to break down this question. So from us, as a project, what's most important is we have that resources to continue to pay the team to be able to build products, right? So that's one of the reasons why we are launching the Pioneer Collection. Also, we are meeting with VCs and fundraising for Layer C. But otherwise, we also have paying customers who will sustain us, who is able to sustain us based on the subscription fees that we are charging to continue to fund the team. So I think that's the most important thing, to keep the team intact and to keep building, and we'll keep hustling and working to do our best to fundraise and to also launch a successful marketing campaign to sell the Pioneer NFTs. Yeah, but otherwise, after that, the next thing is of course having an awesome team. So really, again, huge kudos to the team that's in the company. The team members here have been working tirelessly to deliver the product. I think a marketplace product is really, really, really not easy to build. No one has done this. Even Shopify has not built an integrated product. So, it's I think the next thing is really we are very lucky and blessed to have an awesome team. And okay, so yeah, and then the motivation, right? So I think the motivation is really just believing that NFTs and blockchain has so much more to offer than just JPEGs, right? And we are seeing these use cases because we are on the front lines of talking to projects, front lines of Web2 brands trying to get into Web3, right? So we are seeing a lot of excitement and interest and potential for utility-based NFTs. And after coming back from NFT New York, I'm only more committed and more bullish. So really, it's all about really understanding the technology, believing that this is the future, and continuing to build. And I think it's going to be a matter of time before we find the right partners, the right VCs, the right customers who will work with us to help us to achieve this. Yeah, and then just jumping back up to Book's question, any marketing plan? So yeah, definitely we'll put together a marketing plan for the Pioneer NFTs, because it's a much larger collection. So we definitely need to be more aggressive there. So having sold out our first collection, we have definitely learned a lot. So we will be planning definitely frequent Twitter spaces, going to do our road shows with the different alpha groups. We're also in touch with influencers who are still backing NFT projects, especially those that are building SaaS products. So in NFT New York, I actually managed to meet a couple of pretty prominent alpha groups and influencers. I wouldn't name drop them because nothing is confirmed. Once they're confirmed and we either arrange something or we have some kind of partnership, I'll definitely share those information. But otherwise, yeah, it's been it's always something that we are planning for, right? A marketing plan on promoting the next NFT collection. And also, of course, Layer C. So we're also putting together strategies to market Layer C. And this referral program is one of the marketing strategies or rather sales strategy. Yeah, so Poke, I hope that answers your question. Feel free to leave any follow-up questions for me and I'll answer it. Yeah, and yeah, to Tahiti Crypto, yeah, when you have a project, it's like a baby. Definitely true. I think the hardest part was also to let go of the baby when we know we have to double down on something else. So honestly, letting go of Y2123, I mean, I wouldn't say letting go, but putting a pause to the development of the game for Y2123 has been personally, very painful is not the right word, but I think all of us on the Y2123 team, we couldn't continue to build that. And honestly, every time I share the game with someone, the feedback has been really good. So it's of course sad, but when we stumble onto something like Layer C and we there and the opportunities there to also onboard people from Web2 into Web3 using a loyalty program, really, it's really, really exciting, the potential and the conversations that we're having with some of these potential customers. So, when something like that comes along, we do have to make this very, very difficult decision to pivot. And, to even pivot, it requires the backing and the trust from the team as well. So really huge kudos to the Y2123 team to, in believing, the founders to make this pivot and to double down on Layer C, which is a very difficult product to, right? So yeah, I think yeah, it's like a baby, but we just have to be flexible and nimble as a startup. And if you look at startups, this is really what startups go through, all these different pivots and adjustments. So this is what we are doing as well. Yeah. So, okay. Question from DF. Can you recap the selling point pioneers? Yeah, I think the best way to pitch this to non-explorer pioneers, non-explorer holders, sorry, is really the tangible financial benefits, right? So let me see. Yeah, I think the next slide is better. Yeah, so this is really the tangible benefit. So if we do sell a Pioneer NFT, let's say we sell it at 0.2 ETH, right? Right now, ETH is about 1K, so that's about $200. So if you pay $200, the discount is $250 per year, right? Assuming you are buying it as a founder, you are already making that amount in the subscription immediately, right? And if you stack it, there's even more discounts from there. And if you do sell it to another founder, let's say you're a DJ, this is also a very tangible financial benefit that's tagged to the price, right? So the floor price or whatever, right, is tagged to the discount that you can get as a holder on Layer C, right? And it's at least $250 per year. And this is a lifetime discount. So as long as you are using Layer C or the holder is using Layer C, this discount is ongoing forever. So I think this is really the most tangible way to sell this. So it doesn't matter you are DGen or NFT founder, project founder, this is a very direct financial benefit. And of course, then comes the staking rewards, right? If you have the Pioneer NFTs you stake, you earn 12 oxygen tokens a day. Then really, what the hell are the oxygen tokens for, right? That's why the marketplace for Y22123 becomes very important. Right, I think I cannot emphasize enough the benefits that you can get from talking to people like DF, who has led Y22123's community with all the awesome games, the custom games, with Rudy, who can also support you with some design scope if needed. But of course, the oxygen price will be different. And our mentor and investor network. There's also some interest from our mentors and investors to connect with people who are building in NFTs, who are building in blockchain. So this could be another opportunity to speak to VCs, to mentors, and potentially get funding as well. And of course, Google Cloud and AWS credits also another benefit. Of course, we can't give you those benefits directly, obviously, because you have to go through Google Cloud or AWS. But we can link you up directly to the person in charge of this. And just spend a few oxygen tokens, you can link up with them and get these benefits. So yeah, and of course, other perks, right, on Layer C, other perks from other customers using Layer C. So there's really all these different benefits that is geared towards helping founders and companies grow. But of course, again, this is all about you guys, right? It's all about the community. So once we launch these, we will definitely stay in close touch with our holders. We will definitely have a channel for our Pioneer NFT holders, and we'll always get feedback to improve and adjust all these different marketplace benefits. Right? And of course, the bread and butter whitelist spots, one-of-one NFTs will always be. We'll keep churning out great NFTs that you can redeem, buy, and of course potentially sell to make some money. So if you like the artwork that you have seen so far, really that's the tip of the iceberg. You should have seen some of the one-of-ones that really did for the Kaiju King. Just go to our teaser. Maybe I can also share it later. But yeah, the one-of-ones that we churn out is really awesome. So yeah, that's how I would sell this to someone to potentially buy a Pioneer NFT. Yeah, cool. So yeah, thanks to all you guys, Minimalist, Lenny, on really believing in the team and believing in our pivot to grow Layer C. It really means a lot for us. And again, I always say this, but I always must keep repeating this to make sure that everybody always take care of our holders. That's why for Explorer holders, we always make sure that the group who backed us up to launch the company, get the benefits accordingly, right? And of course, Pioneer NFTs, you guys help us to scale and grow and continue to build Layer C. We will always put together perks and benefits and rewards to correspond to how much we appreciate you guys in believing in us, in backing us up. So this is the benefits that we have put together so far. And again, we will always talk to you guys and get feedback and improve the offering on our marketplace. And also, of course, also to highlight, right, this kind of perks is never set in stone, yeah? So in the future, this could be adjusted, it could be increased, right? We'll always look at market conditions. We'll always look at feedback, right? Nothing, Jeff Bezos always say, nothing is, there is no real major mistake, right? The biggest problem that founders should avoid is decision paralysis, not making a decision and not moving forward. So of course, this is very early days. This is the current decision, but if there's a need to, we can always improve and adjust these different benefits, right? The key thing here is to go forward, launch and deliver benefits to our holders ASAP. Yeah. Cool. So, okay, question from Melanie, Kaiju King background version. Maybe. Yeah, so I think a lot of the cool backgrounds that we created, even for some of the one-on-ones, we may use it for the Pioneer NFTs. Yeah, so we made sure that they can be used as much as possible, of course, with some tweaks. Yeah, thanks everyone. So we are on time at 11. I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. Let me know if there's any more questions. Feel free to continue to leave them in the AMA chat. The team will definitely answer them, every single one. And after this, there will be a audio recording of this AMA, and then we will also text-based recap in the announcements channel. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining us today. Pretty good turnout. Leave any questions in the AMA chat, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, maybe Shankar, any last? If your mic is working now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, I just want to say the land designs are amazing and really gives me goosebumps to see that the fruitations of our work, which we spent so many months building it, and we hope you will enjoy the land NFTs when it's out. And then huge thanks to the community and everyone who supported us in the very beginning of this project. And we just want to assure you again that we are doing everything we can, even in this bear market, to make sure that you will get back benefits and utilities which you are entitled for with the NFT. Yeah, so that's what I want to say to the community. Thank you so much. Really
Yeah, thanks so
appreciate
much. Cool. Thanks, Shankar. Yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks again for your time and thanks for joining us. So yeah, if nothing else, it's a wrap. Feel free to leave any more questions in the AMA and then we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Thanks everyone. Have a good evening.